Do you have an idea of how much, how much the genetic, and I guess that comes to your next point, maybe, is the estimated breeding value management. What are the changes there, and also how the post-cervical kind of influence that?
Yeah, so that was my fifth change that I think has really been, when I look back over the last 25 years, in the mid 90s there, kind of when I got going, people would buy boars. If there was any categorization of boars, some companies would sell you, say, a top 10 boar versus a regular boar, AI boar. So if you paid a little more, you could get a boar in the top 10 off test. Otherwise, you got a boar in the 10 to 50th percentile was kind of a common way of doing it. Once you got the boar, that was it. You knew that you paid for a top 10 boar, but you had no idea how that boar compared to new boars coming off test. So what a lot of people did was they, in the early days, 50% replacement rate was really common. So very similar to a sow farm. And what they did was you brought in a new group of 20 boars, and you had a couple of deads. 18 went out the backside. You picked the 18 oldest boars, and that's what you did. Credit some of the genetic companies, for starting to share the indexes, but not only to share the index as the boars come off test, but to maintain that information in a global database and keep the indexes updated. That's just had a huge impact on the industry. Now you go to a boar stud, there's a lot wider range in age than there was 25 years ago, because you might have a boar that comes in, he may come in with a 160 index. Well, he's going to be around for quite a while. A guy that comes in at a 105, he's not going to be around that long, and that's the way it should be. The highest index boars on that day are the ones that should be kept in the boar stud, regardless of age, regardless of semen output. As long as they have decent semen quality and acceptable structure, that makes a whole lot more sense. That's really revolutionized how we're actually managing the boar studs. We're setting up collection schedules with the highest boar indexes that are scheduled, and then we have a reserve population of the low index boars, the boars that are kind of on deck to go out on the next cull truck. So that really changed a lot.